Remember, it's not that easy. Oo, GAGO talaga ang administrasyon na ito. Oo, nakikita natin that they really try to bend the law. Pero ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, you're letting their previous actions scare you into your future actions. Kaya nga tayo magrarally para to prevent yung all of this oppression, to prevent them from raiding the treasury. Tapos gagamitin yung excuse, hindi ba nakakatakot kasi baka mag-martial law? Why are we afraid of martial law? We've survived martial law before. Di ba? Sabi ni Bernie, good evening, iba talaga ang kaliwa, organisado, nagkalat na naman ang nagraling estudyanteng kaliwa, lalo ng PUP. O nga, sa UP nga wala eh. Naka-enroll ako eh, so wala akong nakikita ng hindi restless ang mga taga-UP. Hindi actually, sabi ni Andy, yung wawaw, builders, dapat contempt na at si Diskaya wala man lang silang aksyon. Mali po yun, sir. Hindi totoo. Wala siyang ginawang contemptuous act. Si Albert Alvarez ba yung pangalan? O basta yung si Alvarez. Nag-claim siya ng right against self-incrimination. Hindi po illegal yan and that is a protective right. Ibig sabihin, hindi niyo pwedeng questionin yun kung ano yung dapat sasabihin niya. Mali talaga nun si, I know this is not a popular opinion but it is the right one. Senator Jinggoy should not have insisted. You should not insult a witness when they claim the right against self-incrimination. Kung gusto nilang i-contempt yan, i-contempt nila dahil nagse-cellphone habang tinatanong siya. So tama si Senator Jinggoy doon. Oh, tingin ka ng tingin sa telepono. Ang bait pa nila. Pero the right to self-incrimination, hindi. Pag kinlaim yan ng witness, respetuhin mo. Kahit sino dapat magre-respeto niyan. Kahit sa tingin ninyo, mali yung nagtatago siya or he's using that right, wala kang K to question that unless you want to bring it to court and prove that otherwise. Diba? But, yan, very adamant at striktong-strikto ang Supreme Court pagdating dyan sa right to self-incrimination. Right against self-incrimination. Sabi ni Ruther, yung USEC ng DPWH na may hawak sa database ng projects ng geomapping is a blatant liar. Naka-real-time yung project. Google Earth nga delayed ng 5 months pero nagamit namin to record project progress. O kaya nga eh. O isa pa yan, yung DPWH, ang babait ng mga senador sa kanila. Hindi ako, mabait pa yun. Sabi ni Manix, di kaya delikado mag-rally pero ang mga, alam mo, ang dami sir yun yung inaalala. Sabi niya, delikado ba mag-rally pero mga komunistang NPA na kaalyado mga Uniping Klawan ay mag-create ng kabalustugan na maging reason na i-declare ni BBM ang martial law. Ang dami mong sir! Ang daming conditions noon. The more conditions, the less likely it happens. Pero unang-una, bakit yun ang iniisip ninyo? Ano yung reason for declaring martial law? Tandaan niyo, hindi nila kakampi ang Supreme Court. Hindi necessarily kakampi nila ang Supreme Court. So kapag pagka kinwestiyon yung declaration of martial law, pwede niyo idulog yan sa Korte Suprema. Kung walang basis, ano lang ang basis? Lawless violence at saka invasion. Remember, it's not that easy. Oo, GAGO talaga ang administrasyon na ito. Oo, nakikita natin that they really try to bend the law. Pero ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, you're letting their previous actions scare you into your future actions. Kaya nga tayo magrarally para to prevent yung all of this oppression, to prevent them from raiding the treasury. Tapos gagamitin yung excuse, hindi ba nakakatakot kasi baka mag-martial law? Why are we afraid of martial law? We've survived martial law before. Diba? And martial law now is not the same as Ferdinand Marcos's martial law. So, unang-una, what are you afraid of pag nag-declare ng martial law? Do you think that this military is so loyal to BBM that they will oppress us in the name of martial law? Ang daming ifs niyan. Para sa akin, don't use these uncertain things as a reason not to do something that we need to do to prevent an abuse of power in this country. Diba? Thank you kay Noel, kay Katkat, kay V. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Sabi ni Ma'am Sarah, JP Milan, ay, may kausap pala. Good morning kay Dong. Sabi ni Hummingbird, oo na appointment mga yan during Duterte pero mayagpag na mga kawatan sa Marcos admin. Yung bang script nila ngayon na i-drag na naman si... Hindi ko naiintindihan. Nasaan yung first part nito? Bakit dumiretso ka sa oo na appointment? Oo na appointment mga yan during the Duterte pero na mayagpag na mga kawatan. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Kasi po nung hearing, sabi ni Joey, pinakawalan ni Senator Marcoleta si Sec Bonoan kasi di na raw siya DPWH pero siya ang nakaupo nung nagkaroon ng anomalya, di ba? Dapat he was held accountable. Dapat pinatawag pa rin siya at pinasagot pa rin siya. No, sabi ni Jeff, I don't think Senator Marcoleta is kulang sa pangil, but more on dala-dala niya lang yung characteristics ng isang officer of the court. Wait. So is Cheese Escudero, by the way. Respecting due process. Look, sila Jinggoy, iba ang approach, brasuhan. No. Actually, I disagree. Kasi kahit si Senator Marcoleta, nagalit siya doon sa paggamit ng right against self-incrimination, which he knows very well that the witness can assert at any time. Pero you have to assert it with every question. Yun lang yung nire-require ng Supreme Court. So, I don't think rin naman na na wala siyang pangil. On the contrary, hindi na nga nawala yung simangot ni Senator Marcoleta. Pero yung sinasabi mong lahat may respeto niya, hindi. But there was no damage kasi sandaling-sandali lang yon. Feeling ko is bugso ng damdamin pero rumenda naman siya after a while. Hi kay Jazel. Do you think magalong siya sa reputation sa mga sinasabi niya about corruption na ang dami daw connected but wala naman siyang binibigay na names? Then etong si Libayan, nilalaglag si Inday. Hindi ko narinig po si Attorney Libayan. So, alam niyo, I like Attorney Libayan. I think he's very sensible as a lawyer but we don't agree on everything. Okay lang yun. Hindi naman siya rabid katulad ng ibang He tries to be fair. Now, I disagree with whatever it is he said about VP Inday. So, as to Mayor Magalong's reputation, hindi siya nagbanggit ng name kasi wala siya sa lugar. Pero doon sa loob ng ng Kongreso, kung siya po ay tatanungin doon, magbibigay naman siya ng pangalan. So para sa akin, okay yun. Hi kay Miss Jocelyn. Thank you. I think useless at sayang lang yung mga hearing, sabi ni Maritoni. Instead, if they have a strong inkling or strong evidence, i-file na kaagad ang kaso sa ombudsman or sa proper court kung private people. Hindi kasi ako naniniwala. So I mean, I'm still glad that they're doing it. Pero this is exactly what we were angry about nung mga kalaban natin yung gumagawa ng ganito. Nung sina Gordon, inis na inis tayo. Hindi proper na sabayan ng legislative inquiry ang isang criminal investigation. They're still doing it, but para sa akin, since hindi ginagawa ng executive o hindi tama yung ginagawa ng executive, wala nang choice, sila yung gagawa. Pero hindi dapat. Hindi naman nila sinasadya na sabayan. And I agree with that. Sabi ni Bayan Selbiga, ako natawa sa sinabi mong hindi nawala ang simangot ni Marcoleta. Nasa work ako, buti na lang walang nakita. Hindi totoo naman, di ba, siya yung pambansang simangot. Pero, alam mo, super nakarelate ako sa kanya dun sa inis niya at some of the witnesses. Nakikita niyo, palalim ng palalim yung simangot niya eh. Teka. Mali yan. Sandali Mali itong sinasabi dito. Sandali, nahanap ko na wala ako. Sabi ni 3Case, kaya po may hearing para makakuha ng matibay na ebidensya. A Senate inquiry or a congressional inquiry is not an investigation. It's an inquiry in aid of legislation. Why are you forgetting this? Yan nga precisely yung kinagagalit natin nung ginagawa nila yan kay PRD, remember? Nung ginagawa ng Quadcom yan, na namimingwit lang sila ng ebidensya, sinasabayan nila yung iba, like formally sinasabayan nila yung pag-imbestiga ng criminal cases, yung mga drug war, yung mga iba-iba na nagko-hold sila ng hearings when the NBI or the PNP were investigating these cases. Hindi po tama na gagamitin mo yung legislature para sila yung they are not an investigative body. Now, kung inadvertently, dahil gusto nilang gumawa ng batas, may makuha silang ebidensya in the course of the inquiry, bonus yan. But that is never supposed to be the intent. It's not. Kasi nakikialam na tayo sa executive branch. Pag yan ang tingin ninyo, pag yan ang in-uphold natin, you have made the legislature the most powerful of all the branches of government. Kasi ginagawa na nila yung investigation, which is a purely executive function. Ang lahat ng ginagawa nila should be in aid of legislation. So lahat ng powers na ginagrant sa legislature, including the power to issue subpoenas and the power to cite in contempt, is tungo dun sa pagkukuha lamang ng impormasyon that will help them make laws. Di ako galit. Sabi ni JP, agree. Sobrang insincere ang dating paggaling sa administration kasi na-warningan na in advance at nakapag-prepare or tago na yung mga big fishes, they have ample time to cover up. At yung iba, nakaalis pa ng bansa. Diba? Kulang na lang, ang dami talagang humihingi ng travel authority ngayon. Hi, si Crystal Unicorn, iba na yung name mo, Hazel Marie. So, yan. Sabi ni Hummingbird, Duterte made those executive appointments. What, when you say those, that's, there's an antecedent. What is the antecedent? Which executive appointments po? But the crooks showed up under Marcos. So is dragging Duterte back into the script their new plot twist? Sorry, I still do not understand. What executive appointments? Ay, di ko po nagigets. Hi kay Yuki at kay MMC. That's why Soto showing off irrelevant to the purpose of the hearing. Puro siya, I spoke with the president. Yeah. I spoke with the chief executive. I spoke with our president about this. Close kayo, sir. Okay. Sige po. Diba? Napansin nyo din yun? Natawa nga ako eh. Sabi ni 3Ks, siguro mali ako ng nasabing pananaw, pero di po ba sila din ang magsasuggest na kasuhan ng mga culprit bukod sa paggawa? No. Suggest? No. What evidence they get, they give it to the agency that will make the further investigations. So, ganito kasi eh. Kasi it really depends sa inyo eh, kung kakampi nyo o hindi. Pag kakampi nyo, ayan, tama, kumuha kayo ng ebidensya. O halimbawa, syempre ako happy din ako sa ginawa ni Senator Amy dun sa kanyang Senate inquiry into the taking of PRD. Pero essential yun para magawa yung batas. Yung batas should be to prescribe or to order that yung mga ganyan na implementation ng international covenants ay dadaan pa rin sa local courts. Okay? Kasi ganun ang ginawa nila, walang dumaan sa local courts. But in the course of the inquiry, maraming nakuhang ebidensya that was submitted to the ombudsman, kaya may kaso si Sec Boying ngayon at hindi siya makakuha ng clearance. So, hindi po sila nagsasuggest ng ganyan. If they have evidence, they forward it. Si Ombudsman Sam Martires, pag may nag-forward ng ebidensya, he conducts an investigation immediately. Titignan, unang-una, sapat na ba yung ebidensya na yan? Kung hindi sapat, then the parties na papatawag niya, sila yung magpupuno or magmumove to dismiss dun sa kaso. It's not their job to, of course they can suggest. Hindi naman that's a freedom. They can say anything that they want. Pero that is not their job. That's not their obligation. Remember that the legislature is supposed to be making laws. Anything outside of that, dapat questionin nga natin. Sabi ni Ma'am Sara, I like what you said. This is exactly what we hated during PRD and VP, Sara. So ngayon, papayag tayo dahil ayaw natin yung mga taong nakaupo doon. Yung mga rights na kiniklaim natin para kay VP, kiniklaim natin para kay PRD, lalo na yung fishing expedition na ginagawa ni Trillanes, we should not allow it to be done even to the people that we don't like. Because if we're going to enforce the law, we enforce it for everybody. That's the only way we're going to keep order in the country. Hindi pwedeng yung pag-ayaw natin, hindi nag-a-apply yung batas. And finally, a few more questions. Sana hindi mabigyan ng clearance si Remulla, sabi ni Sir Lito. Sabi ni Miss Joy, sa paanong paraan po makakatulong yung Senate inquiry para may masampahan na kaso lahat ng involved sa flood control scheme po? Alam nyo ma'am, kung investigasyon, hindi trabaho ng Senado yan. Hindi yan rin trabaho ng Kongreso. Nasanay lang tayo kasi ang ginagawa nitong mga to, they are playing to the public. Sikat yung issue. Ay, pa-Senate investigation tayo kasi sikat na sikat yung issue. That way, sisikat din sila. Pero hindi nila trabaho yung investigasyon. So, paano makakatulong yung Senate inquiry para masampahan na ng kaso? So, papagod ah. Inadvertently, kasi ganito yan, you conduct the inquiry para makagawa ka ng batas. Ngayon, minsan in the course of the inquiry, meron ka makuhang impormasyon, ifo-forward mo yan sa ombudsman para yung ombudsman ay makapag-conduct ng investigation kung government employees or agency ang involved. Ngayon, kung puro private person, sa DOJ mo yan ihahagis. Now, yun nga lang kasi, nasanay tayo na but this is a shortcut sa totoo lang. When they conduct investigation inquiries like this, tapos sasabayan mo yung yung investigative agency, congressmen and senators are not trained investigators. Even the questions that they ask kadalasan loaded na, meron na silang ginawa na meron na silang prejudice sa totoo lang. So, the best that they can do is conduct this inquiry, file the bill, but whatever information they have, i-forward dun sa nararapat na ahensya for further investigation. That's how it works po. Hindi tayo dapat umaasa sa Senate o sa Kongreso to catch the crooks. Pero dahil very entertaining yon, they do that a lot. And it looks like sila ay gumagawa ng kanilang trabaho when actually, it's not their job. Sabi ni Ina Laila, till the 15th po ba pag-iintay natin bago magbunyi na wala nang pag-asa maging ombudsman si Remulla? Ang tagal naman. Well, sabi nila, dapat hanggang September 3 lang. Sabi ni SJPYB, let's not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. Sabi ni, may post po si Attorney Regal Oliva na may hatol na sa case ni Trillanes sa QC Court. Sige sir, lahat tayo punta na doon. Dali lang po Sana ginagawa niyo rin sa ibang vloggers to ha. Mahanap. Well, I won't be able to give a comment on that until I watch it. So, sabi ni Softtide, si Alice Guo, nadikdik dahil sa Senate inquiry, kawawa naman siya. Oh, nadikdik because there's no, wala naman due process dyan eh. Sabi ni Ma'am Maritoni, I agree, playing with the public, pasikat ang iba, but meron na ba silang nagawang batas in all of the inquiry hearings? Yung iba, meron, pero yung mga grandstanding ones, bihirang nagkakaroon ng batas. Pero yung mga seryoso ones, nagkakaroon. Can you imagine? So, sabi ni Buboy, papogi points lang pala mga nangyayari dyan sa Congress at Senate. Of course, sa Congress ganun talaga papogi. But at Senate Blue Ribbon Committee ni Senator Marcoleta, maybe it's not. What's the difference po? Hindi ko iniinsulto ha. Hindi ko kini-question yung integridad ni Senator Marcoleta. Of course not. What they're doing here is, if you can't beat them, join them. Kasi gagawin yan. Ginawa nila kay PRD, ginawa nila sa ano. So, gumagante. I mean, if they're going to do that to the people that we care about, the people that we believe don't deserve this kind of treatment, then they will do it. Pero hindi niyo pwedeng sabihin sa akin na na kailangan sabayan ng Blue Ribbon Committee ang ongoing criminal investigation. Yun din sinasabi na, by the way, sinasabi din yan ni Ombudsman Martires noon. Nung ginagawa nila kay VP Inday, nagko-conduct kayo ng investigation, nag-iimbestiga pa ang COA. O, di ba? Sasabihin ng Kongreso, in aid of legislation yon. Hindi in aid of their attempt to impeach VP Inday. Because there is a clear demarcation between the legislature and the executive. Sabi ni Stinkfist, sabagay, ang Blue Ribbon is targeting government employees, not really the contractors. Were they? May pinatawag bang congressman? Sabi ni Ma'am Sarah, oh, thanks for the learning. Sinulat ko para may maisagot sa Blue Book. Pero totoo, napaisip talaga ako na bakit ito okay sa atin, pero nung KP Dutz at VP, galit na galit tayo na ginagawa ito sa kanila. Although siguro ito kasi damay-damay ang lahat ng Pilipino. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko, is that gagawin din ng mga kakampi natin because if you can't beat them, you will join them. Diba? So, pero para sa akin, the clear demarcation line is that the legislature should make laws. So kung magko-conduct sila ng inquiry, kailangan may batas. Although in fairness, si Senator Tito Soto brought it up na kailangan may batas dito na gagawin. At the end of it, ano ang gagawin natin sa batas para hindi ito mangyari uli? So, gets ko na mag-i-inquire ka ng ganyan. You will inquire, bakit nangyari ito? Paano nangyari ito? What is it in the law that allowed this to happen? Pero so far, wala pa akong naririnig na katanungan na sinasabi na, ito, sa procurement law ganito, anong dapat idagdag? Wala pa tayong nakikitang ganyan. Diba? So, ang mangyayari is that at the end of it, the Senate committee must make a report. At yung report na yon will indicate what the recommendation is. Hindi lang yung recommendation na kung sino yung yung ikukulong o iimbestigahan. The recommendation would be to the plenary, we have to make a law like this. Okay, yung committee report will say, after the inquiry, tinignan namin yung existing laws o yung bills na pinopropose na legislation. At dun sa bill na yon, tingin ko, basura lahat ito. Something like that. Or pwede nilang sabihin, tama, we have to amend provision XXX of the procurement law para yung mga kontratista, may one strike rule lang, may one time lang sila pwedeng maganito, hindi pwede yung mga interlocking directorates and interlocking directors na kumbaga, ang dami-daming corporations pero pare-pareho naman ang may-ari. Yan yung mga for legislation. What happens kasi is we get caught up in the drama. I mean, ako, ang tingin ko, I still have faith that Congressman Marcoleta intends to make a law on this one. Intends to make sure na higpitan natin yung batas para hindi ito mangyari uli. Yun dapat ang hinahabol natin kapag ang nag-iimbestiga ay Kongreso o Senado. Kung wala namang lalabas na na panukalang batas sa lahat ng mga ito, nag-grandstand lang sila and they played with our emotions and they made people look bad so that they would be the respondents in a future case. Like I said, I didn't like it when they were doing it to our people. I still don't like it because this is not the job of the Senate or the Congress. But that's my opinion. And you can continue cheering, kumbaga. Hi, Mrs. Reed. Sabi niya, surprised you're still up. By the way, yung inquirer kanina sa congressman, nakakatawa, halatang halata. Inquiry. Akala ko ba ipapatawag nila si Saldi, but now ayaw na nila. True. Totoo yan. Sabi ni Ma'am Lita, kung di nasampahan ng kaso si Remulla ni Senator Amy, ibig sabihin clear siya at mas madali sa kanya makapasok sa banga. Totoo yan. Sabi ni Julian's World, yung Joel V sa observation ko, pag-grandstanding lang. Totoo. Ang dami-daming sinasabi pero kukonti lang talaga yung actually, yung idea. So, ayun. Maybe, maybe some, medyo, alam niyo yan, yung Senate and congressional investigations, they're useful. For me, these are an efficient tool talaga because this is really lawmaking. You gather the facts, you look at what the situation is. Ganito ang nangyayari. Therefore, if a law can be passed to cure something, to cure the situation, then we must pass that law. Diba? That's why these are conducted. Pero ako, I disagree that it should be conducted parallel to an existing investigation. Now, the reason we're okay with this, sort of, is because walang kasabay si Senator Marcoleta. Like we keep pointing out, si Presidente Marcos, di ba? Si Presidente Marcos, nagtuturo, hala, ito mga flood control, at chuchu, ghost projects, ayan, Tour of Luzon, pointing to vacant lots, dapat may project dyan, dapat may ganito yan. Di siya nag-iisip. He should have ordered an investigation quietly, gathered the evidence, gathered the documents, tapos boom, file. Kapag nag-file yan, na-file na, o nag-iimbestiga na, o nasa hukuman na, the legislature can study the documents filed in the courts and say, oh, ito yung mga nangyari, ito yung mga nag-witness. Mas clear ngayon yung picture. And then after magbigay sila ng testigo, patawag din sila dun sa o nag-testify ka sa court, ganito, ganito. I need to know more. Ano yung nangyari with this, and this? Diba? It's clearer. Dayon pa man, there's nothing in the law that says they cannot do this. Kumbaga, but propriety says that the legislature should act in the interests of making laws. In the end, kumbaga, whatever works will work. Am I giving Senator Marcoleta a free pass because it's Senator Marcoleta? No. He gets a free pass because there's no parallel investigation ongoing. So, wala silang choice but to do the inquiry on the legislative side. But that is not the purpose. The purpose isn't to catch the thieves. Stop thinking that way. This is not a criminal investigation. And in a criminal investigation, some of these answers, if these answers were given under duress, and the court sees it, na hindi kayo binigyan ng choice, you had to answer this way, it will have very little evidentiary value in court. Sabi ni Alexis, parang ang tagal ng kaso, especially sa Ghost Project, yung si Mr. Mark Arevalo. Mark pala, Arevalo. Halata na guilty. Pero sir naman, yung term na mukhang guilty is a judgment on our part. Hindi pa natin naririnig ang ibang ebidensya. Remember the term, you're innocent until proven otherwise. But pinapatagal pa, obvious na siya masyado sa Senate hearing. Sir, ang claim, pag nag-claim ka ng right against self-incrimination, that doesn't mean that you're guilty. It means na you're worried na what you say might be used against you. And, none of them are speaking there through counsel. They're speaking for themselves. So there's a big possibility that they can be misunderstood. Dapat na contempt na agad. Para sa akin, yung contempt, yung nakatingin siya sa phone niya. Pag ikaw ay tinatanong, sumagot ka, hindi yung maghahanap ka ng sagot sa cellphone mo. Yun, para sa akin, contemptuous behavior yan. Tama kayo dyan. Pero yung claiming the right to self-incrimination should not be a contemptuous act. That is not in any, at sinabi na yan ng Korte Suprema. Sabi niya, basta sa mga vlogger, dali-dali mag-contempt, doubtful pa yung allegation nila. Totoo naman yan. Kasi hampas lupa lang kaming mga vlogger eh. Sabi ni Ma'am Suzette, ready na kami to go to The Hague. Nabook na yung mga air tickets plus accommodations. Mabuhay! Sabi ni Miss Amy, if Remulla is seated as OMB, ay good luck na lang po. Kanya purno ng reklamo sa kanya mag-prosecute na kung sino-sino sa SAND. Sandigan Bayan. Guys naman, yung mga abbreviations na good luck for him and pray for him not to impe. Kapag iba na ang admin sa 2028. Chief Lausus. Ma'am Josephine from Jensen. Okay, last two questions. Uy, thank you kay Pinay, Pilipinas. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Zaide, I second the motion sa nagsabing wear your glasses. Thank you, Ma'am Zaide. Sabi ni Razel's dad, 1 year na rin kami ni Attorney TCA sa subscription. Thank you. Pinay Pilipinas, thank you very much. Kay Cat R, Child of Tofu, thank you din po sa super chat and super sticker. Ma'am Pinay Pilipinas, maraming salamat din po sa inyo. Gifters dito sa TikTok, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Ay, thank you kay Billy. Hi kay Yeniverse. Thank you kay Kamo at kay Yuki. At kay EEM, kay MMC, kay Yuki Ule, kay France, kay Kulit, kay Jocelyn. Maraming salamat po. So muli, thank you for joining me on this live today. Thank you very much for your input. Thank you very much also for all the all the super chat, the super sticker, the stars sa FB. Thank you very much sa mga gifters dito sa TikTok. We really appreciate all the support that you send us. And thank you very much also for being so, how do you call this? For making all our learning moments easy. Alam nyo yan? Sabi ni Lovely Claire Jovita, sino po pala napupusuan ninyo sa mga candidates for ombudsman? Ako, ang thoughts ko lang are who I don't want to be the ombudsman. Okay, thank you very much, Sir Manny Fort. Nakahabol pa. Sabi ni Joy, basta ako, attorney, bilib ako kay FPRD kasi never ko siya naringgan ng I invoke my right against self-incrimination. It's not an embarrassment to invoke your right. So, I know, si PRD, bilib ka talaga sa kanya kasi ang galing niya sumagot. Pero when you claim the right, sinasabi yan ng Korte Suprema, and for us, that's what the law is. The Supreme Court will tell us the interpretation of the law. So when you claim the right to self-incrimination, there should be no negative implication to that. It doesn't mean you're guilty. It doesn't mean hindi ka makasagot ng maayos. It doesn't mean anything other than you're telling the judge or you're telling the people who are making inquiries of you, I cannot answer that because it would potentially violate my right. You can't make me testify against myself. Yun po yun. It's not the right against self-incrimination. If you read it, that's not the right against. No, if you read it right against self-incrimination, it's not very clear. And it's very negative kasi the word is incrimination. But what it really means is that you cannot be compelled to testify against yourself. Yung ginagawa ni Trillanes kay PRD, pakita mo yung bank account mo. Pakita mo yan, buksan mo yan. Kung hindi ka guilty, buksan mo yan. That is compelling a person to provide evidence and therefore testify against himself. That's what it means. There should not be anything negative about it. Now, I realize nga, kasi the term incrimination is very negative. Diba? Mukhang guilty ako kaya ayokong sumagot. Kasi yun ang naririnig ng mga tao when they hear the word incrimination. Parang sinasabi nila na hindi kasi guilty ako kaya hindi ako sasagot. No, it doesn't mean that. It means na you're making me admit to things. You're making me testify. You're accusing me of something. Tapos ako yung sinisingil ninyo na umamin. That's what it means. Okay? Para hindi nyo isipin that every person who claims the right is necessarily guilty. And a person who has never claimed the right does not necessarily mean that that person is innocent either. Diba? So it's a difficult lesson because we want signposts. We're human. Gusto natin na may mga clear lines. It's the same reason why we go for designer labels. Alam niyo kung bakit? Why do people buy designer labels? Designer labels are there as a shortcut. You don't have to check the weave. You don't have to check how it was sewn. You don't have to look up at books and say, okay, this means this is a good style, this is a good proportion. No, designer labels are like a guarantee. When you wear designer clothes, it's like you don't have to make a decision. It is automatically good. It doesn't mean it's true, but it assures the buyer na, maganda ito. Okay, di ba? But these labels, like claiming the right against self-incrimination makes people think that the person is guilty because that's a shortcut. You don't need evidence. You get the evidence from the person itself. Okay? So I hope you understand why lawyers feel very strongly about that. And the courts will also, that you cannot use a person claiming the right against self-incrimination to think that he or she is guilty. The court will not think you're guilty if you claim that right. Okay, so maraming salamat po. Unfortunately, some of the things that you're going to learn here will break some of your biases. And many people like to cling onto that bias. And so some of the opinions, while they reflect the law and while they reflect the jurisprudence, will be very difficult. It kind of, it messes with your mind, di ba? Okay, so maraming salamat. We'll see you again tomorrow. I hope that this was a fulfilling discussion. No, sabi ni Randy Lau, pero invoking right against self-incrimination sa tanong na do you have ghost projects, hindi ba obviously saying I have? Not necessarily. Pwedeng ganito. I haven't checked. Is it a ghost project? Or, what do you consider a ghost project? Or, sir, dami lang ako dito. Di ko alam kung anong pinagsasabi ninyo. Look, not there. You still have the right to make your own conclusions, ha? Karapatan nyo pa rin yan. Posibleng yan eh. How do you call this? It's a badly phrased question or a badly phrased answer. Okay? Like I said, it's gonna mess with your mind. Sasabihin nyo, ang obvious naman ng So, imbis na sabihin nilang no, imbis na sabihin nilang yes, they could have said that. Or they could have said something else, like I invoke the right against self-incrimination. There are a lot of reasons why you will invoke that right, even if it is very, very obvious. Na ganon. Unang-unang, katanungan dyan, how do you define a ghost project? Is it, di ba? It's supposed to be here, it's not there. Para yung fake news eh. Teka muna, inakusahan nyo na ako ng fake news. Ano ba ang fake news? Pwede rin ganon. Ang dami. What does the law say about this? Is that necessarily a criminal act? Kasi ano yung sinasabi ng COA? You're given a chance to complete the project before they disallow it. Oh. So that's why people hate lawyers. Kasi sometimes speaking with us will either kill your bias or you'll want to strangle us. Okay, so maraming salamat. See you tomorrow kasi 3:00 na ng umaga and I should have been asleep. Sabi ni ASNR KMBR, ipagpalagay na natin na nervyos lang si Mr. Arevalo kaya in-invoke. But wait ha, what we're saying here is he's presumed to be innocent. Hindi ko sinasabing inosente siya. Kasi it's entirely possible na talagang may ghost project siya. But you can't make him testify against himself. Diba? Hindi mo pwedeng kunin yung ebidensya sa kanya. Huwag galing sa kanya. Prove it somewhere else. Pero mapapatunayan naman nila yan in another way. Oh. Mr. Arevalo, eto yung mga dokumento. Sabi mo, gagawa ka ng ganito. Pumunta kami doon. Walang laman. Pag sinabi nila, may ghost project ka ba? Siya pa yung pinapabigay nyo ng ebidensya. Kung meron na kayong ebidensya, what is the point in making him say it? Di ba? Na mapapatunayan mo na. Meron ka ng ebidensya, hindi mo na kailangan ipasagot sa kanya. Bakit mo pinapasagot sa kanya? For the drama. Bakit pa? So again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty either. Pero don't make him be the one to tell you na guilty siya. Yun lang. For all I know, guilty nga talaga yan. Baka ang yaman yan, gawa ng pera ng bayan. Pero making him testify against himself, that's wrong. And you don't want them to do that to us. We hated it when they tried to do it to Duterte. We hated it when they tried to do it to VP Inday. We hated it when they tried to do it to VP Inday's people. Okay, so again, it's just food for thought. Sabi ni Jeff, tama, burden of proof is on the... Hindi, burden of proof na sa nag-accuse. Correct. Okay, so maraming salamat. Again, of course, we can play the guessing game na guilty sila. Kasi kung ako, if there are documents, if meron talagang project, tapos wala yung project doon, what more evidence do you need? You don't even need them to speak. Padala nyo na yung ebidensya sa ombudsman. Bakit pa tayo nagdadrama dito? Para makulong na yung mga yan kaagad. O, di ba? Why are we wasting time? Send them to jail. Bigyan nyo pa ng pagkakataon tumakbo yan. Okay, so maraming salamat. Madaling araw na eh, so kailangan matulog na. Maraming salamat. We can talk more about this tomorrow if you want. Right? Pero yung claiming the right against self-incrimination shouldn't make you angry. But mas maganda yan pagka yung mga senador ang sasabihin nila, eto yung dokumento. Hindi ba kumpanya mo to? Sure, kumpanya, that you don't need to claim the right against that. Pero pag sabihin lang, I invoke the right against self-incrimination. Okay, sige, di ba? Ayaw mong aminin. Ilang. Sa hukuman ka na mag-explain. Hindi sa Supreme Court over kayo. Hindi naman, the Supreme Court is not a trial court, ha? So, fina-file yan muna for preliminary investigation, tapos aakyat yan sa hukuman. Okay, so, para sa akin, ba't pa kayo naghihiring? Dami ng ebidensya. Pakulong na natin itong mga to at the earliest possible time. Baka itakbo pa nila yung pera natin, di ba? Okay, too much talking na. Pasensya na po. Ako naman yung daldal ng daldal dito. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for being here. I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you very much.